Well, hello again and welcome back. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing really good. I have been on a little vacation and it was really nice to get away and see some other things and meet some new people. And we were very creative, making dream catchers and drumming and singing and dancing. It was really, really nice. And as we all know, there's no place like home. So it's also nice to be back home. And I was invited to go to a small shop and do some readings. And they sell crystals and arts and they have therapies there. And it's called Zone in the town of Kø. That's in Denmark. So it's a very nice place. And there was a big market and they were having a market day. And that was fun as well. So the night before, I was gathering my things and I thought, what card should I bring? Do I need anything else with me? And at 11 o'clock in the evening, I decided to make some cards of my own. And I had this in my mind for a long time. And I always thought I'd do a card set with my artwork, but this was sort of like, I just felt this great surge of frequency that was from Lemuria. So I got out some really nice paper, which was the really thick watercolor paper and is nice to work on. So I decided, I was just going to make a couple, and I cut up some the day before and didn't really know what I was going to do with them. But then now all of a sudden I knew. And I just was in my own thoughts. Sometimes I'll have the television on when I'm painting or listen to music, but I was just more or less in my own thoughts and having a good time. And I'm going to show a few of them and see what you think. And I'll tell you how they're used. We're going to do this one first. And if they're like reversed on your screen, it doesn't matter. You can hold them any which way because there might be a different message the one way or the other. But if you have just a little bit of intuition, you can do this. So what I did was I brought these to the little shop and I asked this woman, can you please come and have a pre-trial reading because I've never used these before. It's a prototype. And she said, sure. So I picked them up and I thought, oh, so what I did was I just showed the card to her. And I said, what does this make you feel? What comes to you? And she told me, the first woman told me, like, not this card, but another card. She felt like a lot of sorrow was being released. And then it came to me, well, oh, these trigger things that need to detox, to cleanse, to heal, but they also activate because the name, the Lemurian Code, no, the Lemurian Key Code cards. That's what these are. So with this one, if you were sitting across from me, I would ask you, what does this make you feel? And for me, it's sort of like grounding into a foundation of joy and, the sky's the limit sort of thing. Now, I was also told while I'm working with these that this very same card in another person can have a completely different meaning. It might be activating something other than what another person had done. So let's try another one. And again, I'll just ask you, what do you feel about that? What do you think? There might come a word, a symbol, anything. And for me, I guess I'm doing this with the collective. I sort of get this, the ancestors are around you. The ancestors are helping you, you know, your guides, your grandmothers, your grandfathers, the ones before you, your tribe is helping you, your spirit tribe. So, ooh, that one's giving me the shivers. And this is what happened to my first guest. She sat there and her face was completely like, you know, and then joy. And then, you know, it was really amazing to see the effect they had on her and the others as well. So then we'll do this one. And right now, the feeling I'm getting, what I'm coming through with whoever's watching this, is sort of when you are in that I am presence. This is sort of the I am coming through, your higher self coming through and letting you know that you do know a lot more than you think you know. So your I am presence is very attainable at this time. So that's what this one is telling me now for whoever you are out there. Kind of interesting, huh? Okay, that was three of them. I did like a 5-card spread, and I will show you that another time. So here we go again, number 4. And again, I have this feeling that you can contain all the energy that's coming through, and it will push some things out of the way, and it will reset your values in some way. You know, if you thought, I'm not good enough, well, let's push that away, and then we'll replace it with, you are a divine spark. You are worthy. You're awesome. Yeah, and it's a gift. It's a gift. Ooh. That one made me feel real happy. Isn't it wonderful when you can make yourself laugh and you can like sit in your own company and think, gee, this is fun. Well, I do. Okay, this one's an interesting one. And for me, it's like the inner child being held by the cosmos. Like your innocence is always protected deep down. Your soul is always protected. And that deep faith, that sort of like the innocence of a child, is there somewhere within you. And you might be getting something else, and that's completely fine. So what these do, these cards, they activate, they heal, they cleanse. They sort of do what you need to have done. And because they are keys, they can lock something up. They can open something up, let out a whole bunch of your empowerments, your gifts, your talents, the side of you that maybe you didn't know you had. And it can also lock up or block off any of the negative. Not that you don't have to go through your process, but you don't need anybody, any other forces coming and disturbing you, especially not now when we're getting all this energy coming through. And I can certainly feel it. I mean, there was one day I was sitting on the sofa and I was just waking up, and it was around 8:45 in the morning. And I thought, oh, I'm going to sit here with the dog for a little bit and just wake up and have a coffee. Well, I tell you, seconds later, I was asleep and I woke up at 2:15 in the afternoon. Never have I done that before, ever. And I had a feeling like I was being used or working somewhere else. I was helping somewhere else, maybe on this planet, maybe elsewhere. But that's the feeling I had when I eventually woke up. And no, I hadn't had any substances I shouldn't have had. The only thing I was having was a coffee, glass of water. So what else have I got for you today? I feel good, but it's now the 2nd of August, and I don't know where the days are going. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but it's like, boom, that month went by, and boom, that month went by. It's just going so fast. And the speed it's going at is strange to me. I always heard like when you get older, the days, they're going to fly by. But even my friends that are much younger than myself, they're saying the same things. Where did that month go? And my kids are already, whoa, they're 12. How'd that happen? So time is a strange thing at this time. So anyways, I would like to also show you a little thing I've been doing when I do healing on my healing table. And I warm up some crystals, and I put these tuning forks on the crystals, and they vibrate through the body. And I thought that was fun. And this is happening to a lot of people now. We're downloading more and more things. All of a sudden, hey, we can do this, and hey, we can do that, and hey, let's make some new cards. Or we're getting ideas like all the time, all the time. And it's fantastic. So I was using these tuning forks on a client, and I thought, like this. I'll tell you, when you move them and then start to dance with them, it's having a little fun. Cha, cha, cha. Something happens than just when you're using them like that. And I did this when I was on the retreat, and someone at the other end of the room said, wow, I could really feel that. I thought, really? Oh, I didn't know. But yeah. And you'll get the feedback right away. Hey, don't do that again. Or, this is really great. So yeah, try some new stuff. It's things are going fast in all different kinds of ways. Also with our great imaginations and talents that are just pouring in, and trust it. I mean, there is a saying, if you want to know if something's really, really right or really, really wrong, use your gut feeling. Get into contact with that, because that'll tell you, if someone says, hey, let's do this, let's do that, and you're thinking, oh, there's something off about that. I don't know why. I don't, but trust yourself a little more. If you feel like going to that store instead of that store, listen to your intuition. Listen to that gut feeling, because I have been seeing clearly for quite a while, and sometimes the things you're seeing aren't so pleasant. And now it's all about, okay, go into your inner self, but still, know what's going on. And that's what I've been doing a lot lately. I've been creative and, just making myself happy and staying positive, and my friends are positive. And it can be hard some days. My one friend, her young daughter, had her first poison dart there. And we think it's sad, but, things are going to play out. And she has her own mind, and it's her body, her choice. So no matter what I say to people about what I feel about this, I have to respect that they have their will, and, they have to do what they have to do. That might be their part. They're playing in all this game. And I have a brother that came to visit Denmark, and I believe he's still in Copenhagen, but because I don't want the poison dart, he doesn't feel safe enough to have me visit, or we should both be wearing masks when we do it. And I'm not going there, people. I'm just not going to go there because I have never felt healthier. And I feel younger than I have in really years and years, years and years. And I know that someday things are going to be all right. We'll have a laugh at it, hopefully. Yeah, and I was very sad about it. And I know many families have been, torn apart, arguing, and I just think it's your body, your choice, and that's the end of that. So going on now. This is how I've been feeling. I might have showed you this picture before. I don't know. It's a watercolor. And it's, I think I might have. But when I looked at the symbolism, I feel light as a feather, and I'm getting sort of guidance from above, and I'm looking into the future. And sometimes I see some really, really, really nice things. And some of it's very cloudy and stormy. But also, you see the turtle there? Turtle power. Woohoo! The turtle, symbol of the Mother Earth. I remember doing a bit of teachings, or I was having teachings in Canada, and they were talking about, the turtle, Turtle Island, and that was supposedly North America. And I've also heard other, tribes and nations saying it's the earth itself, or where we live on this planet. So whatever, this turtle power has been also coming back, and I just feel like I'm working with a lot of that energy, and I don't really know all that much about it. So if any of you have any good ideas or can tell me a little bit about that, you can comment or write me an email or something. That would be nice. Okay, it is now after 12. Poof, there goes my pumpkin. I get a little silly when I'm tired. Have you noticed? Well, I do. Oh, yes, and I did choose one of these beautiful cards, Messages of Light, and I'll put on these specs so I can read it. And look at this beauty. Oh, I can see these are just so well done. They're so well done. And it says, I recognize. I no longer search outside myself for what has to come from within. My goal in life is not to increase material acquisitions, but to increase the power of my inner light. I recognize God's presence in me. I once more find the path toward my spiritual core, my life space, my source of peace. Isn't that beautiful? That is great. So yeah, let's recognize that in ourselves. If we haven't done it for a while, or we're just re-recognizing ourselves, we're gorgeous, people. We are awesome. We are gorgeous. We're meant to be kind. We're meant to feel joyful. We're meant to share. And I can see that already people are saying, hey, I made a garden this year, but I have way too many squash. Or like my beetroot, you can have some. And I've never had so many blackberries. And, come on over, let's make some jam. Let's make some space jam. Woohoo! Okay, I think I better hit the hay now. So I'm going to say thank you for listening, and good night. Bye-bye.